Okay, I wanted to talk to you today about setting up your own citizenship by investment development. This is something that some people have thought about doing and they've implemented it. We have quite a few Chinese that have actually gotten citizenship here, people from the Middle East, and Americans, Canadians that come here, and what they do is they get citizenship here, and then they decide they want to have their own. They may or may not have background in developing, but they'll actually hire a contractor here. They don't know a lot about it themselves, or they'll actually take on the task themselves, and they'll basically buy a plot of land down here, and they'll build condominiums. Okay, and remember, there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax here. So you can come here, be a contractor, and you don't even have to come here. You can actually do this from the US. But there's big tax benefits if you come to St. Kitts and you stay here at least enough time to qualify for the foreign overseas exclusion, because you can deduct up to $112,000 for husband, $112,000 for wife, which is roughly around $224,000 US dollars a year, and live in a great climate all year round. I mean, this is a great opportunity if you're looking, and this is something that interests you in building. Okay, and even if you don't have the experience, you can do enough reading up to get enough experience, and then get a contractor down here and work out a special rate with him to where maybe you're getting almost as much as if you try to do it yourself. You're going to have some sort of overlook that you're going to have. I mean, I would do it, but you get somebody who's good, that knows what he's doing. Okay, and he can build your properties, and you work out a deal. Well, you get a cut, he gets a cut. Okay, so like I said, you can do this, from, if you're from the US or Canada or wherever you're from, and you want to come down here literally on weekends, you can do that, because you can go to Canada in Toronto in 4 hours, New York City in about 4 hours, 3 hours roughly to Miami, Florida. So you can fly here just about as quick as you can drive across the state somewhere. And this is a good opportunity if you're looking to get your taxes down low. You want to invest your money in a place that has almost no property tax, and live in a tax-free environment. Now, again, like I said, you need to be outside long enough to qualify for the foreign overseas exclusion, and then you can still go back to the U.S., but you can't break that substantial the exclusion number of days for the foreign earning exclusion. If you break that, then that tax benefit's not going to apply to you. So you got to make sure that you don't, and you don't want to be scooting in on any boats to try to break immigration laws and crap like that. If you're not going to do it right, don't do it. I would just tell you that firsthand. And but it's surprising to me how many people are already in this business, and they can do it tax-free up to limits, or if you relinquish your U.S. citizenship, there's no limit. And if you're a high-tax Canadian living in Canada that doesn't tax based on citizenship, and you actually move here, there is no overseas exclusion. You're unlimited once you break away from those tax ties. So, and I'll tell you something too, there's a lot of benefits in becoming a citizen, because you can buy, there's just massive amount of farmland down here now that that used to be part of the sugarcane industry, but they did away with the sugarcane industry, and now they got a lot of land down here. The government is looking for people that are interested in coming down and getting some of this land and farming it. And now this new government that's come in, they really, really want to push the cannabis industry and get it really going big time. And this is a great environment to have it in, and you also have great tax laws. But you have to be a citizen to be in the cannabis industry. You don't have to be a citizen to do other businesses when I say other businesses, there are some that do have that only allow for, you know, citizens of St. Kitts. It just depends on whatever the business is. Real estate's another one. I gave you the story a while back, how tough it was for me to get a license, and I was a citizen in the real estate business. So I mean, this is something you really have to think about, what type of business you want to be in, and you want to come down here and be a citizen doing it. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button, the right of your screen right here. You get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. So the first step you would have to do, there's a process in doing it, and getting a development qualify for citizenship. You have a business plan set up, and what you do is you go in with a contingency with the government that you'll buy XYZ property if it qualifies for citizenship. Okay, in other words, your application gets approved. In other words, you don't have to buy the land first. You propose a deal that you'll buy the property if you get accepted, if that project gets accepted as a qualified citizenship development, and then you'll buy it. Okay, that's how that works. And then you more or less pick your contractor. We can help you in selecting some real good ones down here, and then you're pretty much in business, man. It's that simple. If you use a contractor, he's already going to have his subcontractors, or if you want to, you know, dice it around and you do everything, that's up to you. You know, it's more responsibility and more time, but you know, it just depends on how you want to do it. But it's a great opportunity because the real estate market is booming down here, and they've got over right at 100 different developments in St. Kitts and Nevis. So it's a great opportunity for that. And we can show you how to actually market for the product that you got. And I would tell you to stick, if you're going to do developments in St. Kitts, my opinion is to stay away from fractional units. There's a lot of developers that don't do it. That's where you're buying a hotel and you're letting people buy a fraction of the hotel, which includes the pool, the bar, everything. Those are harder to resell. A lot of profits in it, but they are harder to resell. I think you're better off sticking with a full unit. Get as close as you can to the $400,000 mark. You can go $200,000 minimum if you go with a fractional unit, but keep it to the $400,000 limit. We can show you how to market that. And key is location, location. That's it. Now in Frigate Bay, there's very little land left in Frigate Bay. As far as getting large tracts of land, I don't even know of any right now. It's there might be 1 or 2 there. I'd have to check to see. Actually there are a few developments I know of, I think, that might have some larger tracts, depending on how big you want to build. They have really good ocean views, but it's really getting developed a lot in Frigate Bay. That's the area that a lot of people want because it's close to the beaches. All the vet students, the medical students love it, and you either want to get in Frigate Bay or close to it. The further you get out from Frigate Bay, it's going to be harder to market. Now, if you deal with a lot of immigration people overseas, and also we can help you too. You know, we can, you can sell it. You can sell the units out, but I'm just telling you, it's easier if you get closer to Frigate Bay because that's what people tend to like. Is right near the beaches, and they want to be able to rent out the units. It's easier to rent out to vet students and medical students if it's in Frigate Bay. So that's what I would be looking for. Now, there's also a lot of, one way you can market, like I mentioned to you before, and I've used this scenario in many cases is we can show you how to use YouTube. Great way to do it. It's free, totally free to market your properties. Also, there's a lot of immigration people. They're looking to they're overseas in areas that have real, in countries, they might work in countries where the passports are real bad, like China. China's got really bad visa-free travel for their citizens. And there's probably more immigration from Indians and Chinese than any other one. Now, we got a lot of people from the US, but they're not doing it for passport reasons on visa-free travel, because the US does have a good passport as far as visa-free travel goes. But the reason they're doing it is for tax reasons and eventually maybe wanting to get out of their citizenship in the US. So there's so many different reasons why people do it. People in the Middle East, you got tons of people from the Gulf region who want to buy these properties, but they're doing it not for taxes, because a lot of the Gulf countries don't have an income tax. They're doing it because the visa-free travel is really bad. In fact, the only country that really has pretty good visa-free travel in the Gulf region is the UAE. It's got a really good passport. The other ones are awful. And the ones there's some places in Asia, India, as big as the country is, you can't correlate size with the value of the passport. India has got a really bad passport, and St. Kitts is a dinky little country, and you can go to about 3 times more countries with a St. Kitts passport than you can with an Indian passport or a Chinese passport. And this is why these people are looking to go with fast track programs, and these are the people to market to. Other people to market to too are people that are, like I said, that are high taxed, whether it's based on citizenship passports like the US or people in Canada. You get a lot of Canadians that want a second passport. They're not doing it because of the Canada visa-free travel. They're doing it because they want freedom in taxation. They want to get out of Canada and move to a place that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, almost no property tax. These are the types of things they're looking for. A place that's nice weather all year round. I tell you, Canada is freezing. It's too cold for me 9 months of the year. I was there in May one time and it was snowing, you know. I don't like weather like that. I like to be able to swim, you know, all 12 months of the year outside. You can't do that unless you find a heated pool. And there's so many people, they're looking for these different things that are being offered, whether it's taxes, visa-free travel, you know, better environment, healthy environment. These are the things that people are looking for. And it's booming here with the property developments that's going on here. This is a great opportunity where you can really literally change your life overnight and come down, look at some property that you can get, and whether it's for doing your own cannabis business, but again, you're going to have to be a citizen to do that, or having your own development. Now, you actually don't have to be a citizen to come down here and purchase property and develop your own citizenship by investment development. You know, you can be a foreigner coming in and get residency from doing that and still not be a citizen of St. Kitts, and you can sell properties. Now that comes under a different law too, by the way. You can sell your own properties even if you're not. Remember I told you before that you've got to be a citizen of St. Kitts to be in the real estate business, but not if you're a developer. If you're a developer, you do not have to be a citizen of St. Kitts to sell your own properties. So if you want to develop your own property development, you can do that, and you don't have to be a citizen of St. Kitts to do that. So these are some steps that you need to take. Once you you get your development going, I'll tell you some of the things that you can do that will do totally free advertising. Most people don't want to do this because it's a lot of work, but it is free. Is do strictly social media, and I'll tell you the best social media to use. It's not LinkedIn, it's not Facebook, it's not Snapchat, it's YouTube, okay? And most people won't do it because of the time it takes to do it. You need to have, you really need to do a video a day for at least 6 to 8 months to really see it happen. And most people will not give it that time. That's the problem. You don't want to do that. There are other ways you can advertise, but it will cost you. I'm telling you, free ways that you can advertise your development. And there's just lots of different ways. We can actually help promote it too with YouTube. So that's one of the things that we can help you with. Anyway, folks, if you want to learn more on this, again, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below. And I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.